Moin Leute und herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Stream, und zwar von ja, dem WM-Finale. Sind wir live? Ho, 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 ho.
We talked about them keeping their distance. Visual and Braves are going to step up to the plate. Let's see if they can hit this swing at bat, but nothing just yet.
Something important to consider, though. Visuals and Braves, this is our duo that came in at the final hour. Just last night, they discovered that they were going to be participating on the global stage.
Okay.
What's their prep time look like in comparison to everyone else?
Right, gerade am Peak.
He's trying to make sure that he brings the fight to Cooper and Kanata. They're not willing to fold. A couple of armored walls already expended from both sides as well. Kanata still able to find the shots that matter, though. And him and Cooper doing a decent job at just trying to forcibly create space.
And this is not just any backup duo here. This is a team that is very much tenured and familiar with one another. They, in fact, have duoed with each other throughout the year. So, again, not your regular backup team. This is a very, very scary team to be fighting right now. And a huge opportunity like this is not going to be taken for granted. And you can see they forced these great players to use their armor.
Wieso sind die outzone?
Let's jump in with Murstache and Malabuka here, though, as the Storm Surge is effectively active now. Great place to be rotating through here at the Grim Gate, but I'm not too sure, even after being picked up, if Murstache is going to have a chance to really get back into the swing of things, as the Rift Island's already gone up, and we already know who's playing for it.
Peterbot and Poyo did not even wait a moment's notice. As soon as the Rift Island
Peterbot fightet.
were prepped and ready to go.
Trifft den Hand?
Advantage, putting some pressure onto teams that are just trying to rotate at the bottom of Rift Island. You know, teams like to try and utilize some of those rifts along the bottom, but again, when you have a team like Peterbot and Poyo, and they're not the only ones lurking either, Trashy and Threats as well, making their presence known. But
bin gleich wieder da, Leute.
They've got that reveal medallion.
Yeah, they're going to be able to scout them out in just a couple of moments here. So Trashy and Threats will have a big, big problem here. The hold-up King and Phaser talk about problems are pushing down into the EU duo. Now, there's something that we know about King is that he's not someone you want to face in a box fight. What he's managed to do all throughout this week is instill fear into every duo. He has challenged players in the practice rooms back-to-back and has been the most successful.
But the way that you're mentioning that, it's all about the solos, and this is a duo's game here, MDF. King trying to see if he can get a little bit of revenge damage onto Reason or Badil, but currently, Germans, they're the ones holding height, and King, he's going to have to start burning through some of these small shield potions, and the real issue is once those shields crack, Badil, Reason, more than close enough to hear it, but they also need the damage, so the key is inevitable. Yeah,
both sides are extremely aware that this is a fight for Surge right now, and should King's team get a tag, the Surge is going to flip. They are the team quite literally above them, and it doesn't really get much closer than this, and this is the most opportunistic time for King to take down a duo here. But Reason, there it is. Opportunities start to shift here. Reason and Badil now. Pressure starts to loom on them.
Craziest part to think about too is that they've still got to watch their backs because Rift Island just lurking in the distance, slightly higher elevation than themselves. Peterbot Poyo, they were definitely trying to see if they could track down anybody for some additional tags, knocks, elims, ideally, but one of these teams has got to get a go on here, and they can't afford to just sit idle. It's either fight or get eliminated.
Here it comes. I'm seeing two shots coming from both sides. Reason goes for it first. Vadiel on the other side doing an excellent job, but a trade comes out. King's weak, and he's going to be the first to fall. Reason and Vadiel come out on top, and even
Reason
it's just enough to stay alive for now.
Crazy though when you think about how many teams are getting caught inside of these box fights inside of the Storm itself.
Das ist die letzte Runde. Los, los, komm schon. Du hängst.
Ich kann nichts machen.
Oh nein, weg da, weg da, weg da. Schnell.
Ich häng fest. Ich häng fest.
Ich mach das. Das war knapp. Starke Gaming Power mit Snapdragon. Galaxy AI is here.
Just find out here soon if they end up opening the box and taking fire, but no, Malibuca takes flight first. And he's gonna get pretty far off. Will it be enough,
no
Taco?
way.
It's not looking like the math is gonna math here, as Malibuca's gonna be the first to fall. He tries to get as far as possible. Murstache will have to land on him and save him now.
The problem, though, is that we're looking at 2 tick zones currently. Monster, Murstache, he can try his best effort, but I fear he might meet a similar fate, because even if he makes it into this next edge of zone, he's still gonna have to deal with all the teams that are already based up, situated, and ready to take advantage of the
Oh
players
mein
that are
Gott,
straggling
jetzt
in.
schon fast im
Look, this
Endgame.
refresh from
Die
Dino
sind
and
im
Flicks
Endgame.
now, as they manage to find themselves a little bit of a cachet from some leftover action between Casper and Prism. Prism now not being in this fight, and still you have OCE's Damo and Resigns almost on this warpath with them.
Klicks hier am
Continuing
Start.
to be that thorn in their side, if you will, for lack of a better phrase. But back on over to the focus here as Clicks is looking for action here. Those are his walls. It's Acorn. It's
Leben
Cole on
noch
the other
alle?
side. A very
Ja, schon.
scary team to go against. In the warm-up games yesterday, in the scrims, right, in our practice lobbies, they pulled off a incredible 16 eliminations just to show the lobby what they're capable of.
The real issue is just knowing that for Clicks and Benno, Clicks, he just needs some white heals. And you're not going to get that at this stage unless you're able to take down another team successfully. Murstache and Malibuca, though, have pulled off a miracle at this point. And it does seem, even though they're a little bit worse for wear, they're battered for sure, but they're still kicking, and that's all they need at this stage.
They do have big shields
Okay.
as well to work with. That headshot that he picks up right there is going to
Four.
make a huge difference there as far as their survivability is concerned. Major eliminations are happening, though, as we're covering the action here. One of those, it's Peterbot and Boyle staying active here.
Oh my God,
Down
Peterbot?
from the high ground
Peterbot?
there. And they are doing what we expect of them. Very healthy, extremely material cap.
Peterbot?
And now picking up points. That's a runaway train potentially starting to take form.
Meanwhile, other teams like Cuddy and Kovacs just trying to see if they can find an angle. Yuma Rise under a little bit of duress here, but it's back to Clicks. Venno trying to see if they can finagle their way out of this awkward position that they found themselves in, boxed up right next to Acorn and Cold. But again, Acorn and Cold, they've got decent amount of materials to work with. More importantly still, though, I think that they are certainly willing to jump into a fight if it calls for.
Oh yeah, yesterday has absolutely proven that they can take on any team without a problem. Talk about good teams that are still standing right now. Teams that we've been kind of following the story. Victor V and Paper. Paper a little worse for wear. Seems like a bad peak's going to go ahead and put him on the backside of this engagement here. And Bino facing the struggles of taking a lot of damage here as
Oh
well.
mein
Not being
Gott,
able to recover
Vino
now
hat
as they
übel
don't have
krank
lights.
Damage.
Still has a couple of flow berries, but again, will that really be enough? Queasy, Thomas HD now starting to surface as well near their area. Ritual, though, takes some big tags, left that wall open just a moment too long. But Ritual free, keep in mind,
Oh.
Doomstad,
Malibuca
dealing with
hat
quick low and
struggles.
The fact that this dude already has 3 elims is rather impressive, but Malibuca as well, still holding his own. Shari's got a little bit of an angle peak advantage, so Malibuca's gonna look to try and see.
Kranker
find
Peak,
more
bro.
aggressive push from underneath. Meanwhile,
Ooh.
Murstache again,
Ooh.
just trying to make sure he doesn't take another tick from the
Oh
storm, but
mein
it's
Gott,
too
er
late,
ist
too late.
dead
Just
vom
barely makes it in.
Sturm.
At least Malibuca can go for the
Boah.
You know, all things considering, he'll have more HP when he stands up than he did when he went down. So
Fair.
it's not all too bad here, but it is definitely time lost.
Okay, Malibuca im Fight.
Into the box they go. Back behind him is
Ooh.
another duo as well. And if he doesn't hit this shot, he's going to be sent back to the lobby. And he hits the one that matters. Malibuca and Murstache are clawing their way out of this hole here.
Oh my
and
God.
unfortunately, it might not be enough here. It's so close.
Malibuca is doing everything in his power, but I fear they have finally met their end. Zero
Cock.
business making it that far in the first place, though, but that is the kind of power that Malibuca and Murstache can bring.
Well, here's a couple things to celebrate. Placement points has been reached. We are inside the top 25. Anyone alive now is going to start to be rewarded with more and more points. This is where things start to almost compound for you, so you want to stay up. Vino is down right now. Clicks has a very important decision to make here. Do you save your best mate or let him get sent back to the lobby? lobby so you can just focus in now. Seems like he wants to go for the save. Armored Wall's going to be the saving grace here for a moment, though. Instead, Vino makes the call. Leave me. Continue to play the game here.
Venom knew there was just way too much pressure coming from the other side of that wall. A fully intact duo and
Oh mein Gott, Klicks lässt sein Mate in Ruhe. Ruhen.
realistic opportunity for
Sterben.
that one back, but Queasy, he's actually looking a little hurt here.
Er hat auch nur noch 16 Builds. 14 Builds. 10 Builds. Puh. Das wird knapp. Oh mein Gott, ja, Klicks ist dead. Klicks ist dead.
The more teams that fall, this would be excellent for Clicks here. He just has to hold on a little bit longer. And he is doing just that a little bit.
Oh mein Gott.
Towards his side more or less. But High Ground has Cammy and Seti looking from up above. And
Okay,
it
Seti.
look better for this duo.
Boah, bei ihm sieht gut aus. Ein Bild nur noch. Nee, 0 Builds. 0 Builds. Er braucht den Reflash. Dead. Okay, Peterbot. Seti ist Low Life. Low Life. Okay, Chap. Chap hat Kill. Okay, 12 Leute leben noch.
Anything can happen, but Mustn't Epic World inside the box, inside the lane. He's throwing armored walls down. That's going to buy him a little bit of time. Excellent plays here from Seti. No time to play with this storm, though. He just cannot afford it.
Ein Green Love. Oh mein Gott. Der wird dann so nicht sterben. Okay, Peterbot. Peterbot hier mit dem Reflash. Bitte Peterbot. Ich zähle auf die. Oh mein. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Wie spannend. Oh mein Gott, ist das spannend. Ich habe auch Krabbeln. Oh mein Gott. Oh, er hat noch gut Mets. Noch gut Builds.
And it is starting to shape up. Acorn and Cold and a saving grace on the low ground, on the outskirts, putting pressure onto Japan's best.
Oh, Rise wird sterben. Oh mein Gott. Rise down. Oh mein Gott. Kein Bild mehr. Oh mein Gott.
To add to the count, Vico, Flixie versus Chap and Teeny. It's a battle of Europe.
A battle for the ages indeed here. 5 eliminations still for Teeny and Chap. Things are starting to rack up. Teeny, the first to go down. Chap's also weak. They jump in. They close the game. And game number 1, the victory royale will go to Chap and Teeny.
Could it be more deserved? The way that they held down that high ground, MDF, you could tell that they were aiming exclusively for the victory royale at this stage. But granted, you have to keep in mind, there's somebody on the ground that can help out even more so.
Dallas, would you please give it up for your Game 1 winners? Chap and Teeny, do you want to step up for me here, fellas? So everyone can see your glorious faces. Let's kick things off here. What a great start. I mean, you guys, obviously, Game 1, a lot of pressure, a bit of waiting around the beginning, but in front of these fans, to walk us through the end game, how did things pan out for you guys?
Good. We're the best players, so it's easy.
best players easy. I love the confidence there. For you as well there, I mean, your teammate here, you guys worked to get Vico and Flixie in the last seconds there. You had the high ground. Is that what really counted there?
Of course, we're only playing for height, and that's how you win games. That's it.
Coming into this competition, obviously a lot of expectations, things that might happen. Did things pan out in that first game as you thought they might, or was it very different?
It was different. We took forecast, and then we just played out.
Those forecast towers are playing very pivotal in this as well. How important are those in the rest of this competition with 11 games left to go?
The most important thing, if you get that, you win the game. It's easy.
Would you please give it up one more time for Game 1 winners? Ciabattini, everyone! Oh, things have started beautifully here. There is loads more coming your way here, courtesy of the FNCS Global Championships 2024. A short break from us here on the broadcast, but do not go anywhere. Stay exactly where you are. There's loads more coming your way very, very soon.
Erstmal 2 Minuten 20 Werbung, chillen. Ist jetzt bei jedem so. Dun, 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 dun. 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 Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Na, na, na.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the FNCS game number 1. Chap and TD find themselves the victory royale, and that first game was absolutely crazy to see these guys come out on top and to get that interview, right? Hey, we're the best team. You just get fast, you get this, you got. We're the best team. That's it. That's all that matters.
I mean, if you look at Major 2, Major 3, when they both got second place in both majors, yeah, they're kind of one of the best teams right now. Yeah. And showing up today and showing up early as well, eliminating Agers and Rise right off the bat.
Yeah, really interesting after this first game, because we were sort of talking about it going into the first game. Where are these guys going to land? What's their strategy going to look like? We didn't quite know, and now we get a little bit of an insight into what that's going to look like. It seems like they're really prioritizing that forecast tower. Another thing that we focused on at the beginning of the show, they want that forecast tower, and that's the reason why they're able to get height right here. You saw Cammy and Seti sort of shaping up to try and take height and holding it in that sort of 8-9 zone.
Like.
They didn't get that next zone, so Teeny and Chap took the opportunity really well because they knew where it was going.
Also, to be able to hold height for as long as they did, all the way from zone 9. Once again, the forecast tower allowing them to know where to move that height and use and save up those much needed mats towards the end of the game there. Absolutely phenomenal. What a great way to start the competition.
Just again, cold. They're just ice cold, chilling there. Yeah, we're the best. Not a big deal. Man, that is a statement game out of game number 1. But there was just so many things that transpired in game number 1. Just so many solo performances that all took place. I mean, we saw there for a moment, even Rise and Yuma making a top 3. 8 eliminations? That's terrifying. We can't let that happen.
Yes, we can, and they did. And I want to see it happen again. Rise and Yuma representing Asia right now, showing that, oh, yeah, it's NA versus EU. You got to watch out for Asia as well.
Yeah, these guys are really looking good right there. 8 eliminations clutching up there in the end in those final few moments. The crowd erupted as soon as they got that final elimination. Wasn't quite enough to get into that first or second, but they've got to be happy with that start, particularly on this stage.
That's right. I want to highlight Peterbot, man. I don't know what Peterbot is about, but I do now. In those final moments, you know, Poyo goes down and you have the solo clutch, and he pulled it off.
And for Peterbot to take down Clicks in game number 1, you know that there was definitely some emotions going high right there. But Peterbot, if he is down into a solo, I mean, he's honestly a duo as a single player.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, both of these players have the ability to do this, solo clutches. And in big events like this, 12-game formats, these solo clutches are going to be so vital in getting these guys into a really nice position. I must say, this burst assault rifle X Peterbot is a crazy combo. It shouldn't be allowed because he's so good with that. And then even towards these endgame situations, taking out Seti there at that final few moments just to keep himself going. Was too little too late towards the end, but really great start from him.
I mean, their strategy is just so clean from the start. Landing right, getting the coin, getting the mythic AR, going over to the forecast tower, and then getting the Rift Island as well in that game, allowing them to just have a little bit of height, a little bit more mats, and more importantly, getting that mob weapon bench. So that's the point, kind of modified, getting exactly what they wanted so that they were prepared for
Wer ist hier drin im Stream? Spammt mal Herzen, wenn jemand drin ist. Der da drin spammt jetzt mal Herzen. Der da drin spammt jetzt mal Herzen. Okay, passt. Moin, zweiter Zuschauer, was geht? Was geht? Ach, wieder einer. Ich kotze ab.
we have to give all credit to not only Clix and Vino for Clix's performance to stay alive and secure a top 15, but Damo and Resigns, who found even more placement points, ending just closer to that top 10. So a very impressive performance for teams that were contested that game, actually. When you start to do the math on that, that is almost unprecedented.
Well, it was almost like Damo and Resigns were trailing Clix and Veno the entire match, and if they hadn't actually stumbled upon Kishuro as a solo, I almost wonder if things could have maybe gone a little differently there, because that's what really got them tied up into a rough position. But again, hindsight's always 20/20. Currently, we are focused on the now. Chap and Teeny lingered around the Nitrodrome, but Kanata and Cooper close by means that all they can really look for here is just trying to prioritize their mat count.
Yeah, we do know Kanata and Cooper like to rotate closer to Agers and Rise, whom was taken out pretty early last game, so they didn't get to secure that fight, and they found themselves in a completely different battle up against Visual and Braids, and it really didn't go their way. Shortly afterwards, Braids ended up falling to Epic Whale Muzz, so pretty interesting, you know, zone dynamics starting to take shape here, and that's really part of the high level of Fortnite. Game to game, micro adjusting, right? They all know what went well, what went wrong, and it's about adjusting in the real time. But here's Seiyun, here's Kadu against Casper and Prism. Little standoff here, so it seems like this game, similar to match one, is gonna kind of take its time rolling into the eliminations.
Yeah, Janice almost seemingly happy about the fact that these teams kind of caught wind of each other, because that allowed for him to just slip on by, head on out, a red line rig, make sure that he doesn't get caught in the mix. He's clearly just trying to make a play for that reboot mix. I didn't see Pixie anywhere near, so almost makes you wonder at the same time. It's going to be a difficult situation for a lot of these teams.
Here's Cammy and Seti. They have angles, they have a little bit of high ground. Meanwhile, King and Phaser getting active right now just outside the Rebels' roost. What is happening here? They seem to be finding their groove right now. It's Visual and Braids once again who are giving some of these duos a really difficult time, making them all second guess whether or not they should be sticking around and fighting them. So, you know, that's impressive.
Yeah, but this is also a really smart disengage from King and Phaser, recognizing the fact Sky Scroll still nearby as well. Rebels Roost just a little bit too poppin' for their interest at the moment, but even hanging around the underworld could pose some issues because they didn't stick around for the fight. Don't know how much surge damage they've actually been able to accrue at this stage, and once we start to get into that big game rotation aspect, we already saw a handful of teams, even some of the teams that you wouldn't necessarily anticipate to struggle with their surge damage, having issues.
Very interesting. We get to catch up with Batman Booga and Rapid here at the Grim Gate. This has been their drop spot for quite some time, coming out of Major 3, of course, with an excellent performance. You know, if you start looking at the paper trail of Rapid and Batman Booga, everyone's marking them up towards the top 3 as far as the NA teams are concerned. Talking about top 3, it wouldn't be one without Cold and Acorn.
Ich hoffe auf Booga.
Teams down this time. They do finish the fight.
Aber die ersten Gewinner sind
They
halt
don't let them escape.
schon festgestellt, und zwar Chef und Falken. Eine echt mal spannende Runde.
Do you switch for day 2? But I think we still got a few more lobbies to work through before that really starts to become the real question mark here. For Stash Malibuka though, starting off somewhat on the right foot here at Restored Reels.
Halle, der zweite Zuschauer, schreibt mal was im Chat.
Curious if one of those is onto either Alex or Worthy.
Yeah, something happened there, but Bolt and Bryce are in a fight right now. Little build-off happening here. This is a pretty intensive early game fight for, given the situation, a Zone 1 Sky base going on here. This is going to be a full-on reset if it doesn't end fast. Up again, Biko and Clixie. You know, obviously, our second place coming out of game 1. Very much fired up, very much confident.
Bryce and Bolt are not going to fold here, though.
Nee, gar nicht confident. Ja, Bro, klar ist confident, klar. Chill mal kurz. Cool.
And this is something that, you know, they were willing to contest Reet and Ritual for when it was Reet and Ritual at Rickless Railway. So now Vico Flixie having taken over that position. And it's funny because you asked Vico in the player lounge last night, hey, what do you think about the forecast tower? He's like, that's my forecast tower. You ask any of these players who are actually trying to contest, they'll always tell you the same thing. That's my forecast. And yet, Vico, Flixie, they find themselves stuck because Bryce and Bolt either need to get eliminated or forced out here, whoever controls the NPC is going to win.
It's pretty incredible. You got to talk with Vico. I got to talk with Bolts and Bolts' brother, and they had nothing but positive things to say and honestly confidence about the fact that this is their forecast tower, and he's here, and he believes that paired up with Bryce, they are a perfect combination. So very interesting to see that both teams very much feel like they're entitled to this drop. Vico and Flixie seem to be the first, of course, boots on the ground here. They're going to secure the card, which means they have everything that they need here to go ahead and be the one to get the first dibs. But Bolt comes in, takes down Flixie from up above. Whose tower is it?
Vico might have that key card, but how long can he really hold on to it? He's trying to just get out of dodge at this point, creating as much space as possible. But you know Bolts and Bryce, now that they've isolated Vico by forcibly eliminating Flixie, they're going to chase him. They do not want to let him escape with that forecast key card.
And this is not just an elimination. This is not just a player. That is someone who holds the keys to every single storm for the remainder of this game. It is worth so much more than just a set of points. Bolts and Bryce have to think long and hard, and they end up easing off for a second, but it's because Clone and Kromsu is waiting for them, and Bryce is going to be one of the first to fall now as he gets ambushed.
This was almost like an unexpected gift. Clone and Kromsu were situated exclusively for the bunker, and yet when Vico tried to escape because he recognized the fact, hey, I've just got to play for the reboot. I just need to get Flixie back into this game. We'll deal with the forecast later. But Kromsu and Clone, dude, too slick with it.
That was just dirty right there to get boxed up. But look, Bolts has the card. So he actually ends up finding Vico potentially here, or no?
Vico dropped it when he was running.
He ends up dropping it just so that he doesn't, bring that heat with him. So very, very interesting turn of events here.
But sure, you might have forecast secured, but at what cost? Because realistically, if I'm Kromsu, I'm not letting you escape. And that's the thing, Vico knew that there was no reason for him to continue trying to hold on. He did not have the materials to feasibly escape unless he gave up that key card.
I actually love that we got to see him drop the key card as well, right? Just saying, hey, look, you can have it, man. My hands are in the air. White flag is waved. Go ahead, take it.
Aber schon die nächste Runde.
That just really shows you what this tournament means, right? That's not an interaction you'll have in any regular game, right? There's just something so prestigious about the Fortnite Global Championship that even the players give respect to one another like that. It's
da gibt's fights.
Wow, this is looking
Clicks
like a menacing situation building up currently, though. Clicks, Venno, Acorn, Gold, Chap, Teeny, Gabby,
Oh my gosh.
I don't think we could ask for anything better at this stage, but fact of the matter is, all these teams are just fixated on one thing, and it's likely the weapons bunker.
And you hear it, it's opening up right now, and Clicks and Vino the first to fold as they recognize, hey, there are 4 teams here. This is not the greatest idea. They double back to the campfire. They'll get their chance at the bunker, right? They'll be able to pick up some scraps, get their attachments. But first, sit things out, let things settle.
I like that flyby, though, Janice and Pixie, so it looks like Janice's rescue mission was a success. He was able to make his way towards a reboot van, but again, you have to start to wonder what kind of damage was he able to collect prior to losing Pixie.
Da gibt's Fights, da gibt's dicke Fights.
Heating up one more time because Vico doubled back,
Da gibt's Fights. Vico X kriegt Hits.
Listen, Shadow, someone I've known for a long time. I've followed his career
Vico
closely.
kriegt
He
Hits.
is a very, very scary player. Once he starts to get situated,
Da kommen die nächsten beiden.
out of the way now. Him and Virgo have been nothing but successful
Vergo
as a
kriegt
duo
auch
here.
Hits. Ja, die haben alle gut Builds. Ah, nee.
Again, our
Bei Fico sieht schlecht aus.
best right now. Clearly some of the strongest fighters on the region. And then you have OCE's Dayanith and Tinka, right? Champions of OCE lurking nearby, seeing what's happening here. Trying to put OCE's stamp on it.
But Vico and Flixie, I mean, we're talking about you major 3 winners at this stage, right? You've got to imagine the level of confidence. Even when you talk to either of them,
Da kommen die. Da
they
kommen
just
zwei.
reeking of confidence, essentially, and for good measure, because Vico,
Lernen ab.
Flixie, they've been successful, despite the fact that Vico was incredibly low on material count as well. He's still able to stave off Shadow and Virgo, and that is not an easy feat by any means.
Jumping to the other side here, Dukes and Sphinx trying to figure out what's happening down here south on the zone as things are just starting to develop. Clearly shots are coming in from teams in the distance. Meanwhile, Queasy has that high ground.
Okay, Chap wieder bereit, Chap wieder bereit.
Trying to see how he can possibly
Die
get
Gewinner
involved.
von der
Seeing how
letzten
already sitting on the
Runde.
base for a moment there, you couldn't even tell.
Chap und Falcon.
I don't even know if it's Queasy that's in danger
Ah,
nearly as
Queasy
much
ist
as what
halt
it
da.
might be Thomas HD when he tries to work his way back towards this surge
Die
base
fallen
with
ihm
Queasy.
nicht auf.
You can hear the Monarch pistol, shots flying out overhead. Thomas making his way back towards him, but he scouted it out. Managed to throw up a wall just in the nick of time. Queasy also on high alert now. But Chap, Teeny, they've made enough noise.
Ah,
Team
Chap
from a
hat
distance
gut
actually trying to
Bild.
take side shots at them.
Gotta respect Thomas HD's ability to not only
Ich glaube,
see
die werden
them,
das
they
wiederholen.
react faster than they can land a shot on him, but
Du
also
zweiter
get up to high
Zuschauer,
ground.
wenn du das auch glaubst, dann schreib mal was in, dann schreib mal ja in den
That
Chat.
team, they want to fight. No, we don't need that. They give them the respect. They back off the restored reels. They play for center zone now. And this is a very, very good early rotate to go ahead and find a new position here. Find some new real estate, if you will. Meanwhile, at the Grim Gate, we have another Rise in Yuma coming out of Asia, representing here last game. Phenomenal performance. Ending up towards the top, 8 eliminations as well. This game off to a hot start with 2. Look, we look away, we blink for a second, and the double headshot onto Phaser.
The lineup is just nasty. You can just tell that Thomas HD and Queasy probably ecstatic about
Okay.
that loot llama they
Bei
essentially just
Falcon
picked
und
up
Chap
from the knock.
geht's wieder ab.
Yeah, I don't even know if they want to cross over to pick up the loot. At this point, it would end up being all too risky with King nearby, but Chap and Teeny haven't stopped their pursuits onto different duos. I'm feeling like maybe they're not getting enough tags in these fights.
Oh mein Gott.
Can also be so disorienting to other teams in the lobby when you're dealing with the likes of Chapatini because they're just barreling down onto anybody that they encounter. They could care less about the caliber
Good game,
of
just
player that they're
an
dealing with in the process. All they want at the end of the day is the points from the eliminations and to clear out the space to make sure that their rotations maintain
Ja,
their
Chap.
smoothness. But Giannis,
Guckt mal auf die
layer
Builds.
below,
Was
Chapatini
fällt euch
are
da auf?
currently boxed up and they are not the only
Jungs.
ones. Kramsu clone
Jungs.
lurking overhead. Persa Ed as
Jungs.
well. Close
Jungs.
enough that they could definitely tango if they wanted to.
Ab, Job. Ab, 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 ab,
130
ab.
below. Just
Ja, ich
mentioned
mach
that
das so,
you're
so,
not
so.
finding the tags, and it's very clear, regardless of how many teams they've managed to fight, it just hasn't been successful. But this, so far, looking like the best here. Double armor walls come out. That's going to slow down all of their momentum here. And if I'm being honest, I think they have to keep pursuing it, find a new angle, do something else. They can't afford to stop at this point. Teeny's got a new angle here. He's behind Pixie now. The other duo, basically, that's there is Ed and Persa, who are also very, very
Moin,
weak. It's just
zweiter
not looking
Zuschauer.
good for the Brazilian duos, not looking too good for EU's Jonas.
But every
Behind him, Chap's hurt. Back against the wall.
Oh mein Gott, Chap. Oh mein Gott, Chap ist dead.
He's gonna be the first to fall.
Chap ist dead.
kind of reminding Chap, hey, we're familiar
Oh
with
my
each other for a reason. But Giannis and Pixie, they just had too much of an advantage knowing that the Storm Surge was trickling in, essentially. It just put too much pressure onto Chap and Teeny. They were just taking recklessly aggressive fights, not methodically calculated ones.
Reminder,
Chap is
Falcons,
dead.
Teeny, and Chap were your first place team coming into match number 2. They are now down and out, effectively opening
Also
up
kommt
the
wieder
leaderboard.
immer ein Zuschauer,
Other teams to
zwei
start to
Zuschauer,
climb on up now.
ein Zuschauer, zwei Zuschauer.
Casper and Prism as well. I think that this is a duo that has really caught some pretty big attention. given
Oh mein
their
Gott, noch
recent
einer gestorben.
performances.
Oh mein Gott, noch einer
Casper as
gestorben.
well finds FKS
Tor.
that flashback moment, but Janice, Pixie especially is in a really rough position. Trying
Okay.
to deal with Quanti at the same time as well, but these two know they've just
Giannis.
got to disengage. They need an opportunity to get that mech hit off, so Pixie will find a moment here, but Quanti still good pose, pretty big threat. all depends on how Janus and Pixie actually choose to leave from this current position.
Take a look at Epic Whale Muzz right now. Also below the Storm Surge here, they just need a little tag. Bring your focus down to that bottom right, that map. We're in zone 5 out of 12, right? So we're getting into the late part of the game. Things are going to get to real small with the circle, and it's only going to become more and more difficult if you're one of those.
Oh mein Gott, schon wieder dieser Nachmacher.
The problem is when you're also a team like Muzz and Epic, you had the shield, you
Spam mal
had the
Herzen.
shield, but you're losing
Mama,
all
komm.
of it because you're just underneath that Storm Surge. Finally, they'll manage to catch a break in the form of damage.
Break and jump.
They'll look to try and see what they can scavenge here at the top of Rift Island. Surprisingly enough, mostly undisturbed.
Little update there as Adapter and FKS fully eliminated, so 10 places out, first place is out. Cammy and Seti not looking too great right here. Below the damage threshold as well. Again, what that means is that Lightning Bolt is going to start coming down from the sky. They're going to start losing 25 HP over the course of time. Periodically, it'll start to add up. Flixie and Vico, this is why they're fighting all the teams, because they need to. Otherwise, they will be sent back to the lobby for not doing enough damage. Here it is. Vico gets slammed in on from 2 angles.
Come dead. Oh my God.
A devastating shot. Vico hits the one that he needs to. Meanwhile, Rise and Yuma jump into the mix here. This is our team in the lead here. Vico, though, is so good that he is putting up.
Ich glaube, die werden sogar gewinnen. Ich weiß nicht wieso. Aber ich glaube.
He's just trying to make sure that he can throw Flixie into a safe position. Revive is clearly on his mind. Armored walls are going to be sent down.
Ooh, I revived.
I fear the moment has left them. Vico doing so much when it mattered most.
Oh my God.
And sure enough, the revive is a success. Flixie has been brought back into this battle. And that's going to cause Rise and Yuma to reconsider whether they actually want to
Rise und Yuma sind Platz 1. Und Yuma, sorry, kurz Englischsprecher geworden. Oh mein Gott.
You know this guy's been taking some tips from Meta. I mean, he's been forming his own kind of master class.
Venus dead. Ah nee. Venus eben nicht dead.
That's exactly the kind of bounce back too that you would hope for, especially when you consider game number 1 probably got a little bit more messy than what they'd initially intended. So
Veno und Klicks sind Platz
can really captivate a lot of momentum for players on the big stage.
You know, you make a great point. The first game was really difficult for them. They spend a little too much time inside the storm. So look, already micro adjustments starting to come in, but
mein Wasser hat's gerade geklippt. Qualmt.
Tags that he needs, doubles back to save his teammate as the storm surge was doing damage. And Vidil and Reason are recognizing, wait a second, why did you stop pushing here? Something clearly went wrong. Muzz now has to back off. I don't even think he got to pick up his teammate in time. No, Epic Whale gets finished there.
Face Epic is dead. Face Epic, oh my God.
I mean, it's all but over for him at this point if Vidil and Reason want to push.
At the same time, though, Muzz is definitely a bit of a solo mastermind. If anybody could look for a clutch opportunity, the real
Muzz lebt noch.
MDF Baka Pars
Boah, der hat ja gut hier.
behind.
Der wird sterben.
Is currently fixated. And if he wants to press forward,
Also
Vidil
der
and Reason on the
überlebt.
other end of these walls, it's going to cost Muzz so much if he's able to escape this as far as his builds are concerned. He's already looking low on that material count.
Yeah, you saw him look through the wall. I was like, wait, what's left there? Nothing. And I think that was a mistake because now Varial and Reason can tell, wait, he's still pretty close, and they definitely know he's a weakened solo. But hey, if Muzz can stay alive,
Oha, wie viele. Quisi kriegt Hits.
Placement points are just moments away. Take a look from the other perspective, how the damage ended up racking up there. An excellent tag by Reason, and then the
Ist es der echte
finishes the
Reason?
job there in the end.
Der
So,
Reason?
very, very
Der
close. Had,
Reason.
you know, they not had that problem, they definitely were the team ahead. But here's a team that hasn't really found their footing just yet. Peterbot and Boyo trying to figure it out in match number 2 right now.
Well, you say that, but Peterbot was kind of on a rampage in our first lobby. But this time, obviously, hoping that he can do it alongside his duo, Bipoli, Kyoto. They are met with an armored wall. The moment that they try to aggress onto Pars and Baka, and be forced to drop to the low
Boah,
ground.
wie
See if
viel
they can
schlau
try
die
to
sind.
chop out these floors from underneath, but Pars, Baka, they recognize there's too much desperation from this duo. We don't need to take any sort of risky peeks. We're just going to stay them back.
They kind of have to though, but no, Mapoli goes
Toyota
back to
kassiert.
himself. Baka and Pars are some of the best to do it though, and they hit their tags.
Ein Zuschauer. Kommt mal alle in den
Huge
Stream.
opportunity there to get comfortable and situated in this game now. Meanwhile, Clix and Vino on a huge rotate here across the map. Talk about a night and day position to be in. Eland, material, and much more to work with right now. Clix though has to buy some time, get a little healthy here. Starting to run out of shields to work with though, but still. They get time to regather themselves, to compose themselves for a moment.
The most important part is
Erster
looking at both of their
Platz,
material
Human
counts.
Drive.
That is a strong
Puh.
build count for them to work with, and they're going to need every bit of it. Because when you look at Titans like Thomas HD and Queasy up on the high ground already, just trying to take advantageous shots, and any of these teams that are starting to trickle their way in, trying to see if they can suppress as many duos as possible to those mid and low ground layers.
Well, here it is. It seems like they've been able to catch a little bit of extra information there. Now looking for teams nearby. Bryson Bolt's going to be one of the first to go ahead and be in the line of sights here.
Was Human.
Just yet. They know it's got to go north.
Was in Human Rise.
Through this build here. The cover's been blown. And they
Tschüss, so sieht man gar nichts. Bewegt ihn mal nicht so schnell, Bro. Hallo? Was soll ich da gerade? Wann hat man Herz? Queasy macht Skybase. Hast du schon wieder Herzen gesehen?
That's for sure. Queasy, Thomas, they're going to try to hold on to hype for as long as possible. Ideally, the entire game, if possible, like what we saw at Champions League.
Mensch, irgendjemand ist in meinem Stream drin.
Very efficient.
Und der nervt übel. Schau mal, was im Chat der da drin ist, Bro.
Yeah, those extra layers right there. But look at this, Clix and Vino catching up with a tear there. Peterbot and Boyo find Yuma as well. Effectively taking
Oh, Peterbot, Peterbot.
Ey, Boot. Dropping those players that are up at the top of the standings.
Nein, Peterbot nicht mehr viele Builds.
It's not going to be easy. It's going to be very, very hard to do.
Weiter so.
They are doing just that. Meanwhile, the wider shot tells us the whole story. There's an indestructible bridge separating the high ground layers from the lows.
And Pico, Flixie, they didn't manage to find the victory royale the way that they would have hoped in match 1. And now,
Kommt Spam noch bei. Oh mein Gott. Vico dead. Peterbot lebt noch. Ja, der wird überleben. Oh mein Gott. Cold, Bro, lass mich doch in Ruhe. Nein, nicht. Er hat besten Loot halt auch. Seines.
He gets to heal up now and kind of wait this one out. Meanwhile, Clix is still alive here, working his way through the game. Queasy and Thomas make their way up to the Rift Island. They are looking better than ever. There is so much material to farm back up here as well.
It's looking next to impossible for anybody to try and effectively challenge for high MDF, but we see great things happen. Clix, on the other hand, alongside of Benno, they're going to fall back to back. Trulex and Chicho now seeing if they can try and finagle their way into that top leaderboard placements. But Deal's going to be the next one they knock. Reason forced to play this one out as a solo.
Game 2 already looking kind of crazy. Reason takes down Mustache there, and he gets to secure the mention. That's a huge medallion picked up right there. The medallion as well to give him that little bit of extra
Oh
push
mein
here.
Gott.
And
Booger ist noch.
that came into the game inside the top 5. alive.
Booga ist
Joe
noch
and
da.
Trulix are one of the only ones standing here now. With 8 eliminations, they have ran their way up the standings and put themselves into this
Booga.
incredible conversation.
Booga, 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 booga. Ja, Booga. Nein, Booga.
Show up and get put down, and now it's a top 3, but it's just Stars and Baka down here. Queasy and
Bitte
Thomas have
Booga.
Queasy and Thomas are sitting with the Kings right now at height, just watching all of this
Auf wen soll
catastrophe
ich jetzt
unfold
zählen?
underneath. Chicho, Trulex, they know they've got to deal with this team on high ground.
Ja,
All you
dann
see
zähle ich
is
jetzt
the
auf
armored
Queasy.
walls stacked in the sky. Trulex gonna opt for the medkit play instead. Hope that he can outlast
Gott.
Baka in the process. But again, at the end of the day,
Echt
he's
jetzt?
just staring down
Boah.
Queasy and Thomas on height.
Chill
They're starting to
auf.
look down here. They're starting to put some tags in. They see what's going on. It's just a matter of moments.
Oh
8
mein Gott.
eliminations for Queasy and Thomas.
2v2.
They look up. Who's trying to land on us?
2v2.
And of course, it's the one and only coming out the storm, Baka there, who just went with a desperate play. Meanwhile, Trulex down low. If he starts to focus in here, he falls so fast. And Baka has high ground now. This is a little scary, but the tag is so good for Queasy.
And the incredible part about it
Queasy
still,
holt ihn.
Queasy already had the record for most victory royales in FNCS finals, but he extends that from 25 to now 26 with this last victory royale. Incredible stuff. I want to hear more for what Ada has to say.
That's right, yeah. Would you please give it up for Thomas HD and Queasy? Hop up for me, fellas. Everyone wants to see those faces. Let me see those faces. You know, 8 eliminations, a great start to proceedings there. Queasy, I mean, what is it like playing with someone like Thomas? He's got the eye of the tiger. He sees things that no one else sees.
I don't have to worry about Surge. I literally did like 200 damage that game, and we were 600 above or something, so it's pretty easy.
I mean, Thomas, you've been there. You've got almost every single T-shirt for the FNCS Global Championships. That would be the icing on the cake. Game 2, it's now yours. What have you felt out there so far? What do you feel in the lobby and players around you that are kind of causing you a bit of concern?
I mean, it's like really nice to play on the stage again. Like, we only have like 2 lands a year, so yeah. I'm just happy we won a game, like, and we can prove ourselves finally.
I'm seeing as well, Queasy. I mean, there's a lot of fans out here. Hey, you got cheering you guys' names all the time. Let them hear Fort Worth, Queasy and Thomas HD. Let them hear you. Come on. Right. How does it feel to compete as well in front of an audience like this as well? Obviously, there's 10 games left, but are you embracing every second of this alongside your partner?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I got some important people in the audience that told me that I should go hide and not die, and that's what I did, and we won the game.
Okay, I love to see it. And one more time, would you please, Fort Worth, give it up for your Game 2 winners, Thomas and Queasy!
Spam mal die Herzen.
Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that feel good here in the Raw?
Alle die Herzen
You guys at home
spam.
as well have been fantastic.
Bitte.
Quick break from us again here on the main show, but do not go anywhere. There's loads more coming away. 4 more games today. Don't go anywhere.
Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam.
Oh ja, die will ich auch.
Runde.
Welcome back, everyone, to the FNCS Global Championship. We just wrapped up game number 2. Queasy, Thomas, HD get themselves the victory royale. And on top of that, 10 eliminations. They are looking for that Global Championship title. We interviewed them. You saw the confidence. They're here to play.
Well, Zeke, you went ahead and said on top of that. What about being on top of the lobby, Levin? I mean, Queasy, typical. Finding himself up on the higher ground. But the most impressive thing for me that game is, you know, it's been very, very hard throughout the entirety of the year to play these metas from 8th zone, maintain the high ground throughout the entirety of the end game, but they did it.
I mean, look, you say typical, but if you've been watching the EU this year, it's not been typical of Queasy, right? This year, we've had to suffer and watch Queasy do this whole... We're willing to see him up on high. I think everybody expected to see them sort of be playing on all sorts of
Okay, Leute, das war's mit dem